A very warm welcome to each of you to this conversation. I am Jessie, Regional Superior, Nepal region. May I request the other two participants to introduce yourself?
I am Marilyn, the headmistress of St. Mary's School, Biratnagar, East Nepal.
I am Vinita, Regional Secretary of Nepal region.
Thank you, Marlin and Vinita. Our first round of conversation is on CJ IBBM reality. Sisters, please go ahead with your sharing.
A happiest reality for all of us today is the process of CJ IBBM union. It was a dream of our venerable founders to see us all united as a congregation. In order to bring this dream into fruition, in Nepal, we have made efforts, although in a small scale. We have taken some measures to come together occasionally. Mary Ward Week celebrations we usually conducted either in a Loreto house or in a CJ house, and we used to spend the whole day with each other, sharing our views and experiences and encouraging each other. Common Zoom meetings are conducted by our FMW members and inspired each other to work as one unit, whereby interest is created to know each other. Most of us had a chance to participate in the ambassadors meeting, and we came to know each other a bit more. Through Facebook, some of us have the opportunity to see each other and could exchange greetings, especially on occasions like birthdays, Mary Ward Week, etc. We help one another in times of need. Although we have seen some of the sisters in the virtual world, there is still fear and anxiety in us due to the cultural differences. Yet, this is a challenge for us.
Along with the excitement of the union process, we are also faced with another reality in our main education ministry: empowerment of children in pandemic and post-pandemic world. I was surprised with the recent survey in Nepal showing around 7,70,000 children who are aged between 5 to 12 years out of school. These children belong to the marginalized and vulnerable group who are exposed to any natural calamity, sickness, denial of education, and now greatly affected by the pandemic. Added to it, this group is mostly located in the hills and mountainous regions and in rural villages. The remote geography makes the transportation, electricity, and communication facilities unavailable to them. It is estimated that only 56% people in Nepal have access to internet. According to a study done in 2020 by Pandit, only 13% schools might be able to run the online classes. Giving equal access to e-learning for all students in Nepal is a huge challenge. And now the sudden move to e-learning has widened the gap between the poor and rich, between those who are in urban and rural areas. All these can barely afford to access the internet, leaving a huge number of students behind. And at this juncture, a question arises in my mind. How can we, the CJs and IBBMs together, help this sector of children who have no access to education at all in this present times?
During our recent community conversations in preparation for the upcoming GC, many realities came into surface. Among these, vocation crisis was a recurring one. Though our mission in Nepal was started in 1955, Sadly, we did not have any local vocations for more than a half century. Inception of Nepal region in 2006 was a boon to our congregation as the region witnessed many new entries. As aspiring young girls began to enter, in 2007, a formation house was bought. The vocation fostering team worked relentlessly to foster vocations. However, the advent of the pandemic signaled a drastic change in the number of new entries. By the beginning of 2021, we had just one candidate, so the regional team has decided to close the formation house temporarily. This is a serious matter of concern as we can see that the pandemic has affected the region severely regarding vocations. Almost all the church activities are online and the youngsters are more into the virtual and their own isolated world rather than in physical faith communities. The Catholics in Nepal are mostly new converts and their faith is not so strong to withstand the lack of physical faith formation. Frequent lockdowns and closure of the churches for public Eucharistic celebrations have made vocation fostering a laborious task. This lack of vocation actually shakes the real foundation of Nepal region. If there is no new entry, how can this region survive?
It was indeed inspirational and thought-provoking to listen to Marlin and Vinita. Our second round of sharing is focused on the realities in our part of the world, that is Nepal.
Nepal pandemic and its health hazards. Nepal, as a landlocked country, went into a great shock when it was hit by the pandemic. Though ill-equipped to face such a huge challenge, it somehow managed the first wave. But the second wave has been devastating and has taken a toll over the healthcare infrastructure. So far, over 9,000 people have died in this country. Adding to the misery, the migrant workers returned after losing their jobs in other countries. They have no money for their basic needs like food, medicine, etc. Now, the situation is complicated and the country has neglected the health system. Half of the population is unaware of the need to have vaccination and its implications. Though vaccination has come from other countries, it is hard to note that mostly the rich and the powerful benefited from it. COVID-19 cases continue to break records amid the second wave. Doctors and nurses are pushed to their limits. Due to the shortage of oxygen, beds are not available in the hospitals. Electronic crematorium is overwhelmed due to increase in COVID-19 deaths. More than 1 million people wait for the second shot vaccines. The impoverished nation is grappling to keep its people alive. All around us, we hear news of deaths of our staff members or their family members, our neighbors, friends, or known people. Today, our ministry is to listen to their pains and agonies, tearful stories of our people, and heal their wounds by promising them our prayers and sharing in their helplessness. We are in the midst of a mass of desperate, helpless people. Some have no means of living, reeling under the weight of economic poverty, virus-affected people dying one after another. Nepal does not have any mission hospitals, and most of the villages have just health centers with minimum facilities. Fear has gripped and paralyzed most, and we see a bleak future.
When the country is wrestling with the pandemic and its health hazards, as Marlin has highlighted, another reality strikes the nation: unemployment and sustainability. During this lockdown, which is a new reality for us, I came across a survey of Nepal, which shows only 4.5% of the economy is operating during the lockdown period. Also, only 26% of the workers are getting fully paid, with the rest either under partial payment or no payment at all. 41% of women and 28% of men have already lost their jobs. Every 3 in 10 Nepalese have suffered from income losses. Unfortunately, both these have affected the women more than the men. Along with these, as in other countries, business firms are shut, small farmers unable to find a market for their products, prices below the production cost. Thus go on the miseries and woes of the people. In the background of all these, during the first and the second wave, most of the religious congregations, including us, the government sectors, NGOs, INGOs, and the people of goodwill have come out with the different projects to feed the hungry and to reach out to the needy in various ways. But most of these projects, as we know, are short-term ones. And the sustainability of the poor is a big concern or issue for the country.
Thank you, Jessie, for detailing us on the stark reality of unemployment in Nepal. As a country, Nepal also faces other unique challenges due to the loss of biodiversity and a harmonious ecosystem. The main agent for this great loss is the unprecedented rate of global warming resulting from various profit-driven developmental projects. The beautiful Himalayan glaciers have begun to disappear in an alarming rate, which makes Nepal an easy prey to various natural calamities. Glacier melting exposed several pathogenic microbes which were buried deep inside the ice for centuries, and now it threatens both humans and animals with new health issues which were not known to us before. The last week of March alone witnessed at least 60 incidents of forest fires across Nepal. Besides endangering the biodiversity, the smog that it caused forced the government to shut the country's only international airport and schools in Kathmandu Valley for weeks. Earthquakes, landslides, and floods are common occurrence in Nepal. In the recent Melamchi flash flood on 16th June, more than 50 people went missing and several houses and locals' livelihood disappeared within a flash of time. This recent major road expansion projects also have caused the country to face a rise in air pollution beyond all our imagination, leaving thousands of residents, including many of our sisters, with respiratory illnesses and other health hazards. Another saddest reality of Nepal is that half of the garbage is not collected by the municipality. Now it is time for all of us to pause and reflect on the ways and means to heal the wounded earth, our common home, before it becomes too late. All the unscientific and unsustainable developmental projects in the country must end soon. Natural calamities are stark reminders of the realities needing immediate attention and repair.
Thank you very much, Marlin and Vinita, for being part of this conversation and sharing with us the CJ, IBVM, and Nepal realities. May Mary Word inspire us all.